Potions, I forgot about potions.
Yeah, you only needed 500 gold pieces worth of merchandise, I believe, which you just had on hand. So you were able to just plop down a stall and start selling shit.
I remember you said 500 and I dropped 4K worth of stuff on you. Yeah.
All right. So now that we have the housekeeping out of the way, it is another hot and miserable day. It's 115 degrees, 0% humidity. People are passing out in the streets. But aside from that, everyone in your group is well rested, happy, and healthy. You can see Tantalus is outside, and she appears to be making a mud man, like a snowman out of mud.
Do you want to build a mud man?
It will eventually turn into clay.
Zeno, please kill us all. Just
All right, thunder crackles overhead.
Run.
Hey, I'm kind of feeling up if we aren't going to go kill my thing yet to do the silver quest of defend the quarry stone caravan. If you guys are good for that.
Oh, well.
levels is way better than some gold.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just only the three of us right now, so yeah, Bone Devil.
The three of us plus our like 6 followers.
Fuck. Well, I really would like to gain a level, and the only two people, I don't even know if Xavier's objective would gain him a level. So the only person I know would gain a level out of this would be, yeah, the Bone Devil.
I love that the moment I said, where's Shorad with his T-Rexes, he literally just went online as soon as I have the power to summon him.
Also, how does he have T-Rexes?
Polymorph.
So he should only have them for like an hour.
Yeah.
How long do you
Plenty
anticipate
of combat time.
Yeah, but then they have to make the whiz save again, whatever animal it is. And they might just get that nat 20.
Gregor, shut up. Stop trying to destroy the beautiful T-Rexes.
Besides, an hour is long enough for combat.
the
No,
way-
it isn't. You need more than 100 turns.
By the way, Zeno, I totally forgot, but I was looking at my extras right now. I forgot I have Captain Cannon the Courageous.
I forgot too.
I totally forgot.
How do you guys forget that you have a, giant?
He's not giant. He's just a small.
He is big in charisma.
He's big and snark.
And he's fucking smarter than I think all
And
of
he has
you.
a lot of chutzpah.
No, you gotta say it with gumption. You gotta say chutzpah.
Chutzpah.
Chutzpah. I'm kidding. I don't speak Hebrew. But I think that is actually how it's pronounced. Dude, I once made a homemade game where your 3 stats were chutzpah, gumption, and moxie.
Yeah, we damn near played it.
Joseph, did you fire Jay off?
No, I didn't.
Alright. Because in miscellany it doesn't say they hired by Joseph, so I was worried.
I know, I still got him. I paid for his month.
I didn't hear you specifically mention him, so I removed him, but I'll put him back on.
Oh shit! Yeah. I told him I said I would pay like a certain amount of gold for all my employees, which were the 2 druids, Jeff and my guards. Oh, and the
Zeno,
servants.
That would
The two
put you at
servants.
5 employees, though. So who are you getting rid of?
Really? Oh fuck! That means
Yeah,
I gotta
because you
get
have
rid of one.
Native and Hugachaka. And then you've also got Schwabadi and Senko.
Zeno, can I tell you one thing?
Okay, Zeno, I got a question after Dave.
Let me talk to you, Joseph, first, though. Joseph, so who are you getting rid of those 5?
Fuck, 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 fuck. I think it might end up being a good chocolate. Let me check the druid. Yeah, good chocolate. Which, by the way, we actually didn't roll for the him after I had him spend a whole month with the trees.
Yeah, so roll 1d10 and see how many trees he grows. And then, Gregor, what did you say?
So Heem has a +7 to hit with his crossbow. What +2 damage does he have?
That is... Let me pull it up. It's based on his strength, and his strength is that of a loading rig, so I'm pulling that up right now.
So +4. All right, that's reasonable.
Yes, he has a +4 to... Or, excuse me, I'm so sorry. It's a crossbow. I'm an idiot. It's... He has a dex of 0, and a crossbow is a dex weapon, so he has +0 to hit. Or, excuse me, +0 to damage.
Wow, +7 to hit and +0 to damage. That's pretty disappointing.
He is an expert with the crossbow, but that doesn't make him any less. Yep. So yes. And then Xavier, what did you say?
I was just gonna tell you, I keep noticing that you say people are hired by themselves because I've caught you do it like 3 times with the J of being hired by J of and Meteng being hired by Meteng twice.
God damn it.
Keep
I'm my own man. I'm my own master.
Guys, can I tell you something very funny about Zeno? I'm calling him out. One day I told him to add stuff for druids to do because I wanted to hire them, some of them. So he spent around an hour for the breeding things, and he added a section called "No one will read this." And after 1 hour of furious typing, he finally deleted it, and then just deleted everything, and then just wrote a small paragraph instead of it.
I wanted to get a realistically accurate depiction of how much money you can actually make breeding animals and how much money it costs and how much time goes into it. But it turns out that farming is some bullshit. You make like, of all the money you put into it, you put like 3,000 and some odd dollars, and you're making just under $4,000 in profit. So more than like 3/4 of your income of your profits is going right back into next year's cattle. It is a garbage proposition. Never become a farmer. But because magic, you make more money and it takes less time.
So it's basically highway robbery, is what you're saying.
Dude, cattle ranching is absolute highway robbery. The meat that you purchase, that is literally the absolute bare bones minimum the farmer could be charging you for that product, plus whatever the store themselves puts on. So that's why meat is so cheap. They criminally underpay farmers.
Damn.
Meat is cheap in your countries. Say it correct.
I mean, I hear camel tastes like chicken.
Don't fucking eat camels. It's not a dish we eat.
I know, I'm making up shit.
We do have a trend though of shitty companies selling what's it called? Selling dog meat and cat meat and donkey meat as cow.
Don't you understand? But the other meat.
Donkey.
Like it's like buying. I'll tell you the price. It's buying literally 10 sandwiches for like $1, and it's supposed to be real meat. I love Egypt.
Can we go do something and maybe kill something real quick? Play some D&D.
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to kill
I'm
the.
down to kill a bone demon.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? And I'll bring Jeff just so we have some muscle because, yeah.
Yep, let's go fight a bone devil and bring Tabitha and Heem.
You sound so
Bringing-
unenthused.
I'm bringing Heathcliff and
Heathcliff. Bring 2 Heathcliffs.
No, he's one of a kind.
That divine shield is OP. It's cheating. It's cheating compared to the dual wielding skill. Another Sora our online reference.
So our online suck.
The games are awesome though.
Sword Art Online made me question life because of the sister brother shit.
I know. Xavier, you should watch that.
Hate, hate family shit. Let's start. We're giving Xeno time to fucking prepare. We shouldn't do that. We should.
No, we should give him time to prepare, but he will have more time if
We
we
should
start.
stumble him.
So, are we gonna go find that bone devil?
Yep.
Yes.
We're heading that way.
Gregor, are you dumb? Did you just call me Gregor?
Yes. Yes to both those things.
Are you this self-centered that you're just like, hey, Gregor?
Oh yeah, you should watch that one. Watch it.
Then what's it about? What's it's about? I don't trust you.
He's
It's
advertising
wild.
you an incest anime. The entire plot is a teenage boy and his dangerously underage little sister hooking up.
But they're step siblings.
She's still dangerously underage.
Bro, literally the first thing I wrote when I wrote Eromanga Sensei, the worst piece of media I have ever seen.
At least with the freaking Sora Online, they're cousins. You're literally giving them step.
Step siblings. They're not
Yeah.
related by blood, so it isn't incest.
Okay, Gregor.
It's only incest by law.
Alright, Bone Devil time.
Yep.
Okay. I'm checking my notes to see where the bone devil is located. I know
It's
he's
in the
in an
Barony
ossuary.
of Norven.
Thank you. Okay, so Gregor, you have been here before in the Barony of Norven, and the Baron of Norven has a massive underground cathedral. It used to be a church where people would go to worship their dead ancestors. However, this place has since become haunted and overrun by all manner of ghosts, ghouls, and miscellaneous spirits, including one you know very well. At the very bottom of the pit is the Bone Devil. Now, when you went down here last time, these devils had gone through the effort of setting up a bunch of traps. Traps that weren't strong enough to kill you, but meant to maim you. And you constantly heard the phrase, salting the meat, every time you got hurt.
Alright, hey Joseph, you're a rogue, right? Go check those traps.
Joseph will look at you going, I feel like you're trying to get me killed first, as he goes in and
They're not
checks
meant
the
to
traps.
kill you. They're not meant to kill you. They just hurt you a lot.
I'm rolling for investigation.
All right.
But gonna spend a lucky.
Get a 2 on that lucky. 2 on that lucky.
You're not
2.
helping. Oh, it's a 14 plus the 5, that's 19. That's a lot better.
All right. So while the three of you and wait one sec before we continue. Who are the 2 employees everyone's bringing with? Gregor,
Heem and Tabitha.
Joseph,
Just Jeff, because I have no other combat servants.
Xavier. Xavier, what are the 2 employees you're bringing with you? You know Heathcliff, got it. Okay. So, as the 3 of you and your servants are walking down this long limestone cave, you see religious iconography for a wide variety of religious figures. There's Lathander, there's everyone from Lathander to Garl Glittergold just scattered everywhere. And you can see the bones of various races.
What?
What?
Silence.
You're cutting in and out. What'd you say?
Heathcliff and you know.
Oh, he was talking about Joseph, I'm pretty sure.
Was.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we always heard you.
Okay. I heard Xavier chime in, but he cut out, so I didn't hear what he said.
I hired Yuno and Heathcliff for.
Okay. So as you guys are walking down this limestone cave, you can see the bones and religious artifacts of multiple races and cultures. Who is rolling for investigation? Joseph? You rolled a 14?
He rolled a 19.
Yep, in total, because the 14 plus the 5.
Gotcha. So, Joseph, while you are wandering around, you're running your fingers across the walls, searching for any pockets, any divots, any cracks, and you put your hand into a suspiciously hand-sized crack, push a button, and a door opens, and you see this inside.
As it. Oh! Oh shit!
As you poke your head in this room to examine it, you can feel that this room is just radiating magical energy.
I peek in with my glasses, looking at like the chandelier and like literally just every bone.
One moment. You do not immediately see any fiends specifically, but you can definitely feel the aura of some sort of magical creature, if not magical creatures, just by your general sensitivity to these sorts of things, having been here before.
I'm going to toss a ball bearing in, just like flick it in.
As you roll a ball bearing down the floor, a skeletal hand erupts from the ground, grabs it, crushes the ball to dust, and retreats back underground.
Ball bearings are made of metal. If the thing did that. Oh,
are you
God.
forgetting that bone devils have like 28 strength, dude?
But he said a skeletal hand. He didn't specifically say it was the bone devils.
Yeah. And the hand didn't glow red or anything, right?
It did not. It is either a spell or some sort of magical creature not specifically classified as fiend.
I'm going to shoot an arrow, like throw a ball bearing in, and then knock an arrow, preparing for the hand to come out, and then shoot it.
All right, roll to hit the hand as it erupts and grabs the ball bearing.
That's a 20.
All right, and it does 10 damage. So as the hand shoots out extremely quickly and grabs the ball bearing, you hit it with your longbow. You hit the hand right in the wrist, shattering it, giving it eternal carpal tunnel, and the whole thing collapses.
Joseph, at this point, is gonna snap his fingers, bringing Morgan into existence as the pixie. I gotta change her back to a cat one of these days, and just looks over at her, going, "Why are you going in, checking ahead? You don't touch the ground, so I'm sure you'll be fine."
Okay.
So I'm sending Morgan in explore the room and see if there's any other pathways other than the one we're at currently, staring into this room.
So you're sending Morgan in as a pixie?
Yep.
All right. Have Morgan roll a investigation check for me.
$19.
You can see that the back Morgan is able to find that the back of this room has a false wall. It is an optical illusion. When looking straight ahead, it looks like a flat wall, but as you approach it and peek around it from one side, the walls are actually separated, and there's just enough room for a creature of Morgan's size to barely squeeze through. And as she does, she finds something interesting on the other side.
Oh. Alright, she relays this information to me telepathically, and I go, "Well, there's an optical illusion in this room, a little small passageway we can enter through, and apparently there's a coffin."
Well then, Xavier, I'll take you up on that offer. If Yuno could try to dispel that illusion there.
So it's not an illusion spell, it's like a physical optical illusion. There's two walls that are actually spaced apart, which when viewed from a distance appear to be one solid wall. It's a trick of construction, not a trick of actual magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ripley's Believe It or Not, you gotta love that place.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. I will hesitantly step into the room and try to see if there's any way to push one of the walls out of the way.
So as you hesitantly take a step into the room, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Of course. I got 23.
As you put one foot from outside the room to inside the room, a skeletal hand reaches out and tries to grab your leg. You're able to pull it out before it snatches. And you can see that when it smashes its hand shut, it crumbles its own hand with the force it was going to grab you with. You can see a handful of other hands also reaching out, spawning more and more hands that try to climb out of this room, but they are unable to escape the doorframe.
So looks like someone needs to fly to get over there. Is Morgan strong enough to lift that lid?
She's a pixie.
You would estimate, based on what you saw through Morgan's eyes, that that's about a foot and a half of solid stone. And it's just like a slab on top of the coffin.
Justice be like, yeah, no. You know what? Detect magic, because because Xavier wanted to see if he would dispel, but I'm curious as if these hands are even a spell to begin with. I seriously doubt it, so I'll use detect magic.
As you cast detect magic, you can see that underneath the floor there are dozens of skeletal creatures wandering around under the floorboards, their hands poised to strike. You can see they're constantly shaking their fingers, waiting for someone to step on the floor so they can reach up and grab them.
Huh. Well, they do appear to be magical, but I don't think a dispel magic would actually stop them, Xavier. And I don't know if you would be able to actually cast it through the floor.
And the floor is just plain old stone, right? Or is it wood?
Based on, you don't have an exact depth gauge, but you would estimate, Joseph, based on what you're seeing, this has to be at least 6 inches of stone.
Oh, fuck, I'll relay that. Damn.
Hmm. And there's no like discernible holes from like when they stick their hands up, right?
Not that you can see. They appear to be incorporeal, reaching from under the floor.
Hmm. Is there any way visible down, or is it like literally only just this coffin that could get us?
There may or may not be a way down, but since none of you have x-ray vision and can see through the floor, you have no idea how to get down there, if there even is a pathway down.
Is there like any furniture in the room, or is it just like a flat surface, or is there anything like we can use as like a chair to hop on or something?
Alright, Xavier, if you want to walk into the room, I'm going to need you to make a dex save.
Good luck, monk boy!
No luck for the monk today.
1 second, my friend. So, Xavier, as you take a single step into the room, a skeleton hand reaches out, grabs you by the ankle, crushes your ankle for 22 points of bludgeoning damage, and then starts to make you incorporeal and start dragging you through the floor. I need you to make a strength save or get dragged underground with what you assume to be a very lot of very nasty things.
Can I help him? I don't know how far he's in, so I'm wondering if I can help.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna dive in after him and try to pull him out, you can have an advantage on your save, Xavier.
Yeah, I'll help Paul.
Yeah, poor Joseph here, if he were to pull up, like, you're heavy!
Hey!
As you guys see Xavier's ankle snap 90 degrees the wrong direction and start to sink through the floor, you grab his hands, which are partially incorporeal. So you both have both hands per arm. Heave, arcing your back, and yank him from the grasp of this incorporeal monster below. You all go flying backwards, and Xavier lands on top of you, the both of you.
Oh! Get off, please!
Any ideas on how to get past this?
Well, I have one stupid idea, but I doubt that'll work.
Any idea is a good idea in this moment.
Alright, well, let me try it. As I, God, I thank God I still have 2 luckies for this, but I'm going to, and I have 2,000 ball bearings. I'm going to take one of the bags of ball bearings and just chuck it into the room, and the moment they hit the floor, activating like that sensor effect and all the arms pop up, I'm making a mad dash for the fucking for it, because at least the hands will be grabbing at something else. They will be distracted for the time. I'm gonna bolt to the other side and get into the room with the coffin.
Okay, what are you throwing in that you're assuming is going to distract all dozen or so of these monsters?
1,000 ball bearings.
One whole bag of ball bearings, which is 1,000. Yeah.
All right. So as you unload 1,000 ball bearings directly in front of your path, I'm going to need you to make a. I'll let you decide either an acrobatics check or a dex save to run across the ground you have just thrown ball bearings in front of without falling on your face.
Dex save or acrobatics is pretty much the same for modifiers, so I'll go for a dex.
But remember, you might be proficient in one. And proficient and
Can I give Joseph an advantage by just like giving him a boost by the door?
By throwing him off balance? Sure, go for it. Just give him a quick old kick in the ass as he's about to balance across a floor full of ball bearings. Please
No,
do.
that's not what a boosty is, nerd.
No, you cannot give him a boost.
No.
Oh god. 21.
So, Joseph, your rogue training comes into play in spectacular fashion. You take a 10-foot running jump, you lift your feet just a little bit, and you hunker down in like a crouch position, and you surf as ball bearings are rolling under your feet, and you just roll, sliding across the floor to the other end of the room.
Yeah.
And as you reach the optical illusion, remember when I said it was just barely big enough for Morgan to pass through?
Yep. Oh shit. Yeah, I gotta push that. Oh fuck! I can't push that shit open. I have a fucking 6 to my strength.
Hey! Guess who's on the other end of the room with a whole bunch of angry undead skelly boys? Do you want to try and push this door open, Mr. Rogue?
Before I do that, realizing my mistake and forgetting, and Morgan's just gonna look at me from the other side, going, "I warned you." Like, fuck. Cast spider climb to get onto the wall, so that way I'm not on the floor, and I'm gonna use the wall as leverage to try to push this fucking to open it.
Very smart. Alright, so you leap onto the wall and you straight up Spider-Man cling to the side of the wall. You can see there's about a dozen hands frantically reaching up, grabbing things and smashing them. Within about 60 seconds, all of the ball bearings have been entirely demolished.
Damn.
Alright, if you want to try and open this door, I'm going to need you to make an athletics check for me, friendo.
That's 12. I'll try rolling a lucky.
Just out of curiosity, how many luckies do you have? 3?
Yeah, 3. I think this will be my second one, leaving me with 1 left. Oh, I'm sticking with the highest, so it's gonna be a 12.
So, as you put your hands between these, the wall and the door and push for all you're worth, you realize that these are 6-inch thick slabs of stone, And you move it about a millimeter, and just that 1 millimeter causes an ear-splitting creaking sound as stone scrapes against stone floor. You can see about a dozen hands sprout from the ground and frantically start clawing at the door that was just minimally budged. And you can see these skeletal hands are leaving claw marks in the stone as they're frantically trying to grasp at whoever attempted to enter.
Hey Joseph, I got a question for you. Could you just sidle along that wall a good 10 or so in the opposite direction of the door?
Joseph's gonna kind of look like he's straight, looks at you, going, "Why?"
Just do it.
He stops and just kind of walks along the wall away from it, going, "All right."
And also, block your ears if possible. Same with you, Gregor. I mean, not Gregor.
Oh my god.
Same with you, Xavier and Heem, Tabitha. I don't recommend you block your ears.
All right. Jeff and Joseph will cover their ears.
Okay, I'm going to command Tabitha to cast Shatter on the door, which is a neat little spell that actually does damage to non-magical objects.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna... I do 13 damage to the door.
Let's see. According to the Wall of Stone spell, each panel has an AC of 15 and 30 hit points per inch of thickness. It is 6 inches thick, and you do 18 points of damage.
Okay. This might be a little harder. I really don't know how to get past this one.
Well, probably would help if we had a wizard with fireball or something. But and I'm also limited on my spells, and I only have an hour of spider climb, so I gotta think of something.
Wait, yeah. Xavier has a bunch of
Oh, do you got a better idea, Xavier? I mean, come on. If you have something your characters could do, feel free to chime in, because Jeff is a gladiator that has his muscles. And unless he's a Dexy boy like me, there's no way he's fucking getting to that.
You can Goku the shit. I do want to point out. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you do that. I can shoot my bow. Heem has his crossbow, and Tabitha also has a short bow. We could just fire at this thing until it breaks.
And I have Eldritch Blast for days.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Radiant Sun Bolt is only 30 feet. So, yeah. Joseph, you just Eldritch Blast, and then we'll just continue to shoot.
Wait. Bone Chant. You know what? Zeno, looking at it, could people stand on this, off the ground, possibly? Is it possible for them to stand on the bone chandelier?
It's not impossible. The issue is that the bone chandeliers are ground to base of the chandelier 45 feet up, and you can see that the ropes that they are tied to are definitely thick and at one point sturdy, but they are starting to rot, and you're relatively confident that with enough damage or enough bodily weight they could potentially come crashing down with a whole lot of bony weight.
Basically destroying the. Okay.
Wait, guys. I have pitons.
Pitons? What does that do?
Okay, so they're pretty much just big metal spikes that you stick into the walls of things and you can stand on them.
Right.
So Joseph, you just put those in. Then I can like walk over to the door on batons and then I can just like with the help of Xavier just push it. Push the
Why the fuck do I only have like how many do I have? Okay, I have a total of 9. All right, myself. All right. I was like, wait, why do I only have one baton myself? All right. So Joseph will kind of walk over, and if you're handing him your portion of batons,
Yeah, I got 10 batons, you got 9 batons, so
yeah, so I don't know if that'll be enough to get to the other side, but freaking at least make an attempt. I could start like making a path for everyone to climb on, and then maybe Xavier, if he's bringing up the rear, or Jeff could like pull the remaining ones out and just like pass them along, keep the path going.
mm-hmm.
So fuck it, we'll do that. I got a hammer, so I don't really need strength. I'll hammer these fuckers in.
So you're going to, while using spider climb, hammer a bunch of pythons for everyone else to walk across?
To like use as a way to climb along the wall. Yeah, like hold as handles, have footing. Yeah.
How many of these do you have? Because keep in mind, this is a 60-foot cube.
I have 9. He has
10.
10, so that's total 19. And I figured Jeff or Xavier, if they're strong enough, could pull out the rear and pass him up front, and we'll keep it going.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So like a conveyor belt of pythons.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So the only issue is the placement of pythons in stone, because these are steel, but this is also stone. Who does anyone have excellent raw strength or excellent survival? Because you can use your survival as a sort of rock climbing to find cracks in the wall and jam it in.
I mean, I have a +7 in survival, and Heem is literally having an 18 in strength.
Well, I'm out of this. I'll just hand the hammer to anyone, and I'll use Master Tactician to help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Xavier can use his +8 survival with, advantage and probably just hammer those boys in.
Alright, so Xavier, you're going to lead the way of this little python conveyor belt. I would like you to make a survival check to cross 120 feet worth of wall using pythons, hitting the weak points that are weak enough to break but strong enough to support your weight.
Advantage.
Alright.
Hopefully this doesn't take an hour, otherwise I'll have to join you. Actually, wait, it said... Okay, so the level up does not increase the length of time, so never mind that. So, hopefully
I'm pretty sure we're good, though.
It takes you about 15 minutes because you have to hammer in a python, move, hammer in a python, move. But you've been rock climbing before. You've hammered pythons into stone before. This is not necessarily difficult for you specifically, but it's just time consuming. But all of you are able to get across to where Joseph is at the opening of the wall. But you've still got a stone slab door that needs to be moved.
Well, we got 2 loading rigs, so I'm pretty sure we're fine on the, lifting part of the...
You have climbers equipment?
That would have been so much easier.
God damn you, Xavier.
But yeah, we have Heathcliff and Heem, so they can, with their 18 strength, just lift open the door.
And you know what? Fuck it, because I feel like I need help with the group as well. I'm gonna take the crowbar at the top of this thing, being as I still have spider climb, but just help leverage.
So between two burly constructs and a man with a crowbar, this door moves without requiring a check. Like, you just are putting so much raw power into this bad boy that it screeches open, scraping across the stone floor. The hands below you are going absolutely mad, slapping and clawing against the door as it opens. But you notice the hands never go into the next room, the one with the chest.
Thank God.
All right. Joseph, could you check for traps on the coffin? Because there probably is traps on the coffin.
Sure, Joseph will go and check for traps as he sees Morgan just kind of sitting there on the coffin, her legs crossed, tapping her fingers on the top of the lid like she's being impatient. Joseph will be like, "Oh, bite me."
Alright, unless you have a specific spell or skill allowing you to check for traps, I'm just going to have you roll for investigation, my friend.
Natural 20.
So you tap your fingers gently across the lip of this chest, checking for anything out of the ordinary. And as you wiggle your finger across the lip, you see that there is a cord on the inside of the lip on the right-hand side. And you are able to trace this cord as it goes out the back, down the back, and into the floor. And you can see some disturbed stone that later had to be cemented in place, leading into the wall. And as you examine this wall, there's about a coffin-shaped crack in the wall, right where this little cord is leading towards.
Huh. So by messing with this, we unleash something that will come, say, peekaboo. Okay, let's see. I'm guessing tampering with the wire will also activate it.
You can see a system of pulleys. It looks like it's activated when you lift up the chest. You can certainly cut the wire and hope for the best, or you can figure out a different solution.
Cut that boy. Cut that boy.
Well, shit. I'm gonna cut it. Hope for the best, because I have no more pistons. You used up all those, and
Pistons?
I don't know
Pistons?
the things.
Batons.
Okay? What? You know what I mean? Damn it. And I don't know if I could like take my string and tie it to anything already in this room. So take out dagger and let's cut.
All right. As you cut the cord, you see it was under tension, and as that tension is released, this coffin-shaped piece of stone shakes a bit, but does not open, as you appear to have disabled the trigger mechanism. However, you can hear groaning inside. Whatever was behind that wall is now aware that shenanigans are afoot, and you can hear pounding of hard object against hard stone as it is now trying to escape. The door was not open, so it can't come out and greet you properly, but he's working on it.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna hear this like, I think I pissed off somebody as I go back to the chest and I open it.
All right. You see money, good old-fashioned money, but you don't recognize this kind of money.
Wait, what?
It's Electrum, isn't it?
Let me show you a picture of what you find.
Show me the money.
You see a chest full of these.
This is only Joseph, right?
This is what Joseph sees when he flips open the lid. Anyone who is next to him, standing next to him, can peek in and see it. If no one is right next to him, then no, you would not see it. And you can see there's a good number of these. How much pocket space do you have, friend?
What country is Australia?
Joseph,
Uh,
would you allow Xavier to try to identify the material of this?
well, it's for the whole party, and he opened it up just to look in, so it's not like he's going, "No, it's mine. Fuck off." So yeah, if
Well,
you're gonna look in and take a call.
Anyone
if
proficient,
Shorad was here, he would do that.
anyone proficient in history can make a history check.
Ooh, yummy.
Right, you.
Can I get advantage in any way, shape, or form? Like Joseph or something?
Why?
Is anyone else proficient in history?
I'm not. Being a master tactician, I'm not a proficient in fucking history.
I only I have a +4, but I'm not proficient.
I'll use the lucky die. Great. 16.
Alright, you recognize these as thieves' crowns. This is an illegal currency used by thieves. One gold coin is worth 5 silver pieces or 1 electrum.
Well, Joseph, I'm pretty sure you might be able to use these somehow. They're rogue money, pretty much.
Joseph's gonna be like, "Wait, seriously?"
Yeah, they're rogue money. They're rogue crowns or whatever. Thief crowns.
And they appear to be gold, right, Zeno?
Yep, they are small gold coins. They're smaller than an ordinary gold piece.
They're about half the worth of a gold coin, pretty much.
Joseph will take a handful of it and put it in a pocket and be like, "Well, odds are they could prove useful for deception if need be."
Plus, that bar is always good for something. Maybe it's... Oh, by the way, it's technically illegal currency, so...
As I said, for deception. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you can see a crack forming in the coffin-shaped wall. Whatever's in there is getting out and getting out quick. You've got a very, very heavy chest, a lot of gold, and not a lot of time. What do you do?
Hearing Xavier's advice, I'm just shoveling gold of these coins into his bag of holding now.
I take like a handful of the coins, put it into my own pocket, and then I just continue shoveling coins into Xavier's.
Alright, Gregor, roll 1d12, and then Joseph, roll 5d100 plus 100.
Plus what? I didn't hear the last part.
5d100 plus 100.
You get 105 coins. And that's all.
That'll be hilarious. Damn.
About as good.
So, you are able to empty the contents of this chest. 237 coins, each one worth 1 electrum, just piles into your Xavier's bag of holding. A fist is able to punch through this wall. You have about 6 seconds before this thing escapes. What do you do?
Shoot it.
Wait, would Joseph will look at Gregor like, so where's that bone demon? If that's it in there,
I look at the hand.
This is definitely a skeletal hand. It does not resemble a bone devil's hand.
Yeah, doesn't glow red. It isn't the bone devil. It's fine.
all right. So I say we make like a bandit and run.
I say that we shoot it.
Keep in mind, you have 9 pythons and 120 feet worth of wall to cover, and the ground is covered by skelly boys.
Well, let's hope they can't distinguish friend and foe.
Yeah. You know. Hey, do you still have a bit of that climb left?
Has it been an hour?
It's been about 15 minutes.
Sweet.
Um, I'm pretty sure he still has one of the batons, and I got this 50-foot length of rope. You can maybe make a swing, kind of. Or I have a bag of ball bearings too. We could just throw that in a corner, let them destroy it, and then we run across.
Joseph freaking hears this and be like, "Give me the rope."
Here's the rope. Here's the rope.
I take the rope. I'm gonna go up to where the chandelier is, and is there a ring that's holding the chandelier, like with the rope and shit? Like,
The chandeliers have like a J-shaped hook, where they are prominently displaying a skull at the end of that hook. With some skill, you could probably lasso that bad boy.
fuck yeah, I'm doing that. I'm gonna make them a way so they can swing.
Alright, so if you want to try and lasso this bad boy, I'm going to require an acrobatics check, my friend.
And I am proficient with acrobatics. Thank God for
You miss. A second fist comes through the coffin-shaped doorway.
Try again. I swear to God, if I fail this one, fail it again. I'm using lucky and hope.
I'm just like readying an arrow along with him and Tabitha, just in case.
Alright, are you swinging across alone, or are you going to trust these rotted cords with multiple people?
Oh, I was using spider climb and I was putting the lasso on it so I can use.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you're using spider climb, then no, you can just tie it off without a check. My apologies. I thought you were trying to lasso it, like throw the lasso.
No.
Oh, never mind. No, yeah, you're able to tie it off and throw the end to one of your friends. But there's quite a few of you. These ropes, these cables holding it up look rotted as hell. You're not sure how much weight it can sustain, but you can definitely try to swing across.
Xavier, you first.
Trust me, guys, I have a plan. So if everyone can make it across, I have something for this big bad skeleton.
Fine. Tab go first, then me, then Xavier.
And then, actually, yeah, I'll have. No, Jeff can't because we did like a conveyor belt. So Jeff will have to go as.
So you have 5 employees plus the 3 of you. That's 8 of you that need to get across, and get across quickly.
Send the lighter ones and then the heavier ones.
Yeah, I'm going to send Tabitha across for sure.
Alright, let's have Tabitha roll acro.
Alright. That is a 9.
She grabs onto the rope, jumps up, but she miscalculates how much slack she needs, and she skids to a stop halfway across the room. A dozen hands reach out and try to grab her. She needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
That is
Nice.
21.
Alright, and now she needs to run from the middle of the floor to across the floor without triggering any more of these hands. Roll another dex save. So just for anyone who's thinking about it, it would be 3 dex saves successful to get all the way across.
3 decks? Or just 1 deck?
So you would, if you were trying to run from point A to point B, you'd need to pass 3 dex saves. She landed in the middle, so she triggered the one in the middle, triggering one from between there and the door, and then she's safe.
That's a 7.
Sorry about the wait. One moment.
Roll low, roll low, roll low.
This is where all our serpents die, guys. All our sidekicks and companions. This is where Zio kills them. This is how he resolves the hiring bolt.
Tabitha takes 23 bludgeoning damages as skeletal hands reach out and crush her leg.
Hey, it's actually not that.
Can she still move?
Probably, maybe. She has a healing word as a bonus action, so she can heal her foot, then continue going.
Alright. So if she's not dead, she needs to make a strength save as these skeletal hands try to drag her under.
Alright. That's a 9.
You see her get dragged under, and you can hear her echoing screams, the tearing of fresh flesh and the snapping of bones, and you can hear multiple pieces of her collapsing to the ground below you.
Wow.
Who else wants to swing across?
Hey, Gregor will go.
Alright, make an acrobatics check and try to swing across.
That's a 22.
Alright, you're able to leap onto the rope. You pull up your feet just as skeletal hands try to claw at them. And one of the 4 cables holding you to the ceiling snaps just as you successfully make your way across the room. There are now 3 cables.
Heem, how heavy are you, buddy?
500 pounds.
Yeah, that's 5 times my own weight. Okay, you still have that baton.
A baton?
Yeah, one of the metal sticks.
Oh, the dowsing rods?
No, one of the... A baton. P-I-T-O-N. Baton. It's what we use to get a...
Oh, python. Yes, he has a python.
Alright. Just, like, stick that in the ground and then run across. Trying to use, the metal stick as a distraction while the metal man runs across.
So you want him to run, throw the python, and as the hands grab it, have him, jump over the hands?
Yes.
Okay, he has 1. The rest are in the wall. There are 3 checks to get past.
Okay. He also has a long jump of 18 feet with the running head start. So could he use that at all to his advantage?
It's 60 feet across.
Yeah, so he runs, sticks the baton in, jumps, and then continues running. Would he get advantage or anything at all for his deck?
So he's passing 1, and then he's gonna jump. So I'd give him advantage on... Yeah, I'd give him advantage for that if he's long jumping across. Because he's getting air going over the hands.
Alright, so he just passes 1 from the baton. Then he gets advantage on 1 and then just raw 1.
Yep.
Alright. That's a 14 for his first save.
That is unsuccessful.
Darn.
He takes 39 points of bludgeoning damage.
That is exactly his health.
Oh shit.
You see as he is falls unconscious, and is torn. He is pulled underground and ripped apart.
I'm such a bad employer.
Yeah, just go, "Ah, screw this," as he goes over to the entryway where that stone slab is. Be like, he's gonna see if it's like connected to the wall or not.
Wait, I don't follow.
Like, you know how we had to open up a path, like that one stone bit to kind of get in.
Oh yeah.
Is it like, is the whole slab connected to the wall at all, like a door, or is it just
Yeah, it's on
position?
it's connected to one side of the wall on hinges.
Okay, fuck then. Uh, I'm going to, because I still have Sparkline, I'm going to use my tools to see if I can, if it has screws or anything. I don't know how its hinges are set, but if it, I'm going to try to see if I can't loosen the whole hinges, and I'm going to shout to Xavier and Jeff to knock the slab down, create like a little partial platform.
All right, so you're gonna try to destroy the metal hinges, right?
Uh,
And then push it
loosen.
over.
I'll have myself loosen them and then have them kind of like bash at the thing to destroy.
You do not
knock
have
them
enough
off.
time to sit there with the screwdriver and fuck with it. So are you gonna destroy the
Okay.
hinges, or what are you doing here?
All right, yes, I'll fucking destroy them with Eldritch Blast. Why not?
All right, I need you to roll for damage. You can hit this at point blank range, but is it strong enough to overcome the material strength of the rusted wrought iron?
Fuck.
I'm going to give you, so there are 2 hinges. I'm going to give you 4 shots before this bad boy comes crashing through the wall.
And yeah, I can do 2 shots per one, so I'm assuming it's still, it's basically 2 casts I can do for this because I can only make 2 shots.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, here.
Nice. So, using your Eldritch Blast from where you were standing on the chandelier, pow pow, the first one comes undone. Pow pow, the second one comes undone. You're able to do it at like point blank range because you can actually just crawl over and blast them. I need let's see. You have more than 2 people able to push, right?
Yeah, I'd shout to Jeff and Xavier, but anyone else that's in there can also attempt. So if Xavier's got his people in there, they can help as well.
All right. So with a large quantity of people all pushing against this stone door, you're able to shove it and tilt it over to the side. Sensing activity, the hands shoot up from below the ground as this massive 60-foot tall stone slab, it annihilates the several of the chandeliers, slams into the stone floor, and with the combined weight of the door, the chandeliers impacting the floor collapses, sending stones onto the skeletal men below, crushing them, instantly killing them. The man behind the door punches his way through, but he pauses for a moment to throw back his arms and roar. I need everyone to make an acrobatics check to run from where you are across this stony, difficult terrain and to the other side before this guy starts swinging.
Except for me.
Except for me too, because I still have Spire Climb, so I can run across the walls. But this sucks, man. I was hoping to use the chandelier, drop it on the floor for this guy in particular.
I was really hoping to have him around more, but no.
I gotta make an acrobatics check for Jack.
Yep, all the employees who aren't dead need to make an acrobatics check. Also Xavier.
That's a shame it's not athletics, but okay, so that's a +2 to his
Nope, you're hopping, skipping, and jumping across precariously positioned stone rubble.
Oh shit, nice! Never mind, holy crap.
Wait, Xavier, are you really gonna fight this thing with only you and your people? Everyone else is leaving you. Then when initiative begins, they're within range of this creature, and you're gonna have to fight anyway. All right, Yuno is able to hop across. All right, Heath does not succeed. He's going to be in melee range when this thing starts coming charging out. Not if he was running. Feel like we're missing a couple of rolls. Joseph, have your people rolled for acro?
I only had one. It was Jeff and I did, and he got the 17. So he.
You know, the people you think we're missing are dead.
It's not wrong.
I love that Zeno just was just like, damn it, people aren't hiring my people. Too many. One person is hiring too many of my people. Gregor hired them and killed them. Zeno's just like, I'm so glad my NPCs that I worked hard on are finally being used. Gregor sitting in the corner, killing all of them.
All right, so there's if everyone has rolled, then there's only one person who did not succeed, and that was Heathcliff.
Yeah, that was it.
So everyone is across the this bay of rubble, except for Heathcliff, who trips and falls. The and you guys can see. Where's this bad boy? So as Heathcliff gets up from the ground and turns around, he can see this motherfucker, jaws open, scrambling towards him. You have two choices. You can abandon Heathcliff and shut the door behind him, or you can fire ranged attacks from afar and hope he makes it. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm on the roof, so I'm working my way to the door, but I could definitely cast Eldritch Blast to try to slow this fucker down.
We are not abandoning Heathcliff. I love the loyalty. All right, let me open up initiative. One moment.
Hi, what the fuck with that initiative? At least I'm not lower than Smile. Why'd you have to name it Smile?
I mean, just look at those pearly whites. He looks like he's happy to see you. Go give him a hug.
Oh, thank
No.
God
Oh.
Heathcliff goes first. Thank
Wonderful.
God.
He has just an excellent face. Nice pearly chompers.
Alright, so it's init, add, the mod, and the name.
No, yeah, exactly.
Alright.
Gregor, how does it feel to have hired people and killed them in the same?
Sucks.
Shorad, our drow wizard friend. Hi.
By the way, Shorad, I hired a priest that has a thing for killing drow. So you'll have a nice greeting. I'm kidding, I didn't.
So, Shorad, you heard word that everyone was going to the Barony of Norven to go plunder an ossuary and kill a bone devil. By the time you catch up to the party, because they left without you, those jerks, you come across what appears to be a secret door that was opened. You peek inside. You can see Gregor, Joseph, and Xavier sprinting across as some hideous, toothy monstrosity is chasing them from afar. One of the Warforged employees has fallen over and is fighting this thing alone as everyone has abandoned him.
You say like we're not attempting to help him after we realized he tripped it.
No, I trust all of you. Except Norse.
So, Shorad, I'm going to need you to roll for initiative as you peek your head through this door and you see there's an ugly, toothy monster 60 feet away from you across a sea of hard-to-traverse rubble. Has everyone rolled?
Yes, sir.
Alright, Yuno goes first. She was able to successfully cross. Does she have any ranged attacks?
Funny joke. She'll magic missile at 4th level.
Nice, roll damage.
Checking the thing for it because I don't have the spell ready. I'm sorry. One more dart for okay, so 21.
So, as you cast force damage, every magic missile that hits seems to just explode ectoplasm from its partially corporeal form. It looks like you've done way more damage than you expected that attack to actually do.
Oh. Oh, I see you.
Any other attacks she wants to do?
No, she doesn't have any bonus.
And it is Heathcliff's turn. He is prone, but he can stand up with half of his movement.
Yeah, he'll do that and dash as in action.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, that's all he's gonna do. He's just gonna. He saw Smiley, man. He's not dumb.
You're cutting out. Did you say he's going to dash? Keep in mind he's within melee range.
Oh, that means attack of opportunity.
So is he going to take an action to disengage and walk away 30 feet? Is he going to run and hope he doesn't get hit, or is he going to fight?
Hmm. He's gonna run.
All right. Let me roll for hit really quickly.
Please, anything below it.
The 27 hit.
Yeah, it fucking hits.
You can see this creature open up its chest, and you see its ribs are just made out of human teeth, which shoot out like bony tentacles and pierce Heathcliff through the chest. And you can see them start sucking mana directly out of his body.
How much damage?
I'm sorry, what was that about sucking mana out of his body? What the?
You see your Warforged get pierced in the chest by a tentacle made out of teeth, and you can see wisps of blue mana leaving his soul, going into the tentacle, and refueling this toothy monstrosity, who appears to have regained health.
Was that a legendary cat?
I mean, we're about to level that big enemies start getting.
Yeah, true. I left for a few seconds, and when I come back, it's like I hear that. Like, wait, whoa.
Is Heathcliff still standing after 22 necrotic damage?
Wait, necrotic?
Yep.
Yeah, he's still standing.
Okay. Fabulous. Let me just make sure that he doesn't have any. That will actually. Wait a minute. And okay. You will see him raise a bony hand. The palm of his hand will open like a mouth, and this green ray of energy will come flying at Joseph. Joseph, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
But it's not his turn. He was an attack of opportunity.
Oh, my apologies. You are absolutely correct. I apologize.
Oh, thank God! I was like, wait, what the fuck is
saved
going
you,
on?
Joseph. Don't worry, I saved.
Thank you for clearing that up, because Joseph was about to get fucked. Anyway, Gregor, it's your turn.
I'm action surging, fighting spirit, shooting 4 arrows into this.
Alright, let him have it. Are these magical arrows, by the way?
They are not, which probably means they're gonna do half damage, but at least all of them are gonna.
Well, let's see.
His name is Smiley, right?
Smiley, yes, sir.
Let's see, that's 22. Oh, I'd only roll, right? So I need to roll one more. And I'm using a lucky on that.
Okay, so...
Oh, I did. I did roll, but I just rolled 2 1, so I'm using 15, so that's a 25 total.
Okay. So you have a 15, a 25, an 18, and a 22, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And how much damage... all of those hit. How much damage do you do?
Okay, so let's see, that's...
Did I at least hit you with the ideos? Okay.
That's 29 total.
Alright, you can see as your bows hit teeth, they sort of disturb the teeth, but the teeth roll when they're hit, and it passes through, dealing minimal damage. You said you did 29?
No, wait, no. That's 32 total. Yep, I rolled 16 plus 12 plus 11. No, that's
31, right?
no, it's 16 plus 11 plus 12. That's 20.
Wait, it says right here underneath attack 4, total damage 31.
Yeah, and then it's plus another 8. So 39.
Okay.
Because I used lucky dice.
All right. You definitely hit it. You definitely did damage, just not as much as you were hoping for.
Yeah, I'll pull out my learning curve and then my turn.
All right, it is Geoff's turn.
All right, so Joseph, like standing on the wall, kind of looking up at the scenery and noticing this shit. He's gonna like, yeah, no, Jeff, get him out of there. He's gonna go. Assuming Heathcliff moved on his turn, or what happened with that?
Yeah, Heathcliff ran away. In fact, I think if his movement speed is 30, he moved 60 feet, so he'd be on the same side as you. He just got hit once really fucking hard.
Alright.
Oh, so he moved 50. So he's 10 feet away from you right now.
Alright. I'm going to tell Jeff to get him in so we can go. Because seeing that it did what Gregor didn't do a whole lot of damage, and then what he did to Heathcliff, yeah, no. So Jeff's gonna try go in and pull freaking Heathcliff to our side, and I'm gonna have him hold in ready action to shut the door once we get Gregor back in.
So you're gonna have? Are you gonna try and get the gladiator to pick up the heavy ass robot and carry him out the door?
No, not pick him up. More like grab him and just push him, or even go behind him and push him the rest of the way. Just like get moving, go.
He's 500 pounds. I'm still gonna need an athletics check.
I'm proficient. He's proficient in that. Thank God. $23.
All right, Geoff just kind of rolls his shoulder under and just slow motion tackles Heathcliff forward about 10 feet. And by the end of its turn, he is at the doorway and he is exhausted.
All right. That'll be the end of his turn.
All right, Xavier, it's your turn. What would you like to do? Goku.
Be that Goku that you were always meant to be, Goku.
All right, let's see it. The 11 does not hit. All right, how much radiant damage are you doing?
That'd be 26 radiant damage if that 11 misses.
All right, as you hit him with this radiant energy, you can see this this toothy maw. Each of the individual portions of his body that get hit turn into mouths and scream in pain as they get hit. You're confident you did way more damage than you were expecting. You're confident he could not survive another barrage like that. All right, Joseph, what you got? Are you gonna fight or are you gonna flight?
I'm gonna get off the wall and into the doorway. Yeah, basically, I'm waiting for everyone to get through before I even think about leaving. But while I'm there, I'll cast Eldritch Blast to add in on some damage just to slow this big guy down.
All right, let him have it.
Hey Gregor, real quick, do you know how to do the iteration roll for freaking Eldritch Blast?
Yeah. Just
Because that'll be so much faster if I do it that way.
you only have 2 at the moment, right?
Yeah, only two.
All right, so just copy and paste that without the period.
I hate how it doesn't add the fucking modifier to damage either.
Oh, you need damage as well?
Well, like it shows the damage, but for some reason it doesn't add the mod for because of agonizing blast that I got for my evocation. But I'm
What's
assuming
your
only one of +3, and I'm only assuming one of them hits, and it's the one that's a 20.
and you don't have like any extra bonuses to hit?
I mean, I could do a lucky if I wanted to, my last luck, but I'm gonna save that for a rainier day. But all right, I'll copy that bit that you just sent me and use that. But force still, but this isn't it? Oh, it is force. Never mind. Well, shit.
Plus, you have agonizing blast. Add even more juice to this.
Yeah, +3 to the damage, which again, I'm assuming the 26 is the only hitter, so that's 12 force damage for that.
So yeah, you did. The 26 is the only one that hit. It did 9 damage plus charisma. So how much damage is that?
That's 12 total.
Yep.
Well, one nerd charade putting a space between the exclamation point and update wouldn't.
All right, you only managed to pop off one Eldritch Blast, and you hit him in the lower left abdomen, and as you just explode material off of him, the remaining crescent-shaped chunk turns into a mouth and screams. Like you just created a mouth.
Do that on Saturday nights?
Yeah, after hearing that, Joseph's like, yeah, no.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I am looking for my bonus actions. I do have a hex, but I only have one spell slot left, so I'm gonna hold off on that. I believe. And what's a master tactics as a bonus action, I can you put the help to aid an ally as in an attacking a creature. So let's see, who's next on the list? I think Shorad's next. So if I'm pretty sure he's just gonna fireball his way to victory, but
Yeah, so he doesn't really need it.
yeah. So if anything, if he, yeah, I'll give it to Xavier just in case he needs to Goku his way to victory again.
No, you should give it to Smiley.
No, I can't give it to an enemy. Are you kidding?
Also, if you're using the help action, it's help attacking against an enemy, not helping an ally. So it would just be helping in general, giving it advantage to the next attack that hits Smiley.
Sure, Ed. What would you like to do? You will cast fire. Fire what?
Bolt. Okay, so
Aw.
you have advantage on hitting it.
Alright, you can use the help action as a bonus attack action when you use. Alright. Damn it. When you use the help action to aid an ally in attacking a creature, the target of the attack can be within 30 feet of you if you can see or hear you.
So y'all are gonna hate me. But I knew y'all were gonna do this, so I planned ahead.
What do you mean you
Fire
play?
heals it. Fire heals it.
You see, as Shorad fires off a perfect firebolt, this creature opens up a massive gaping mouth in its chest, swallows the firebolt, and then bursts into flames. It is now on fire, and it is ready to shoot some flaming bony appendages at you.
Yay! You primed it for us. Thanks very much, friend. By the way, so I'm standing in front of like the gap. I'm trying to be as close to the fleshy boy as possible without being in the room of absolute death.
That's cheating!
Maybe you should focus on other elements on the elemental chart. Sure.
You've witnessed it become extremely susceptible to force and radiant, and apparently it can eat fire. Who knows what else it can eat?
I'm guessing it can also eat cold and lightning because that's what most fiends do.
That's so cool, but I'm scared now. That's what I was going for.
Well, I'm not saying that they all fiends can eat it. Just they like every fiend has resistance to cold, fire, and
Look whose turn it is!
other
No.
than Heathcliff, I'm probably the closest to Mr. Smite.
Alright. So he's going to open up this chest and fling a bony tentacle, just teeth and bone and human skulls. Yes, Geoff pulled Heath away. And he's going to fire that at Gregor. You're going to see this clear 60 feet, clear across the terrain. Let me see if it hits. Does a 16 hit you?
Nope.
He is then going to open up his palm, which will turn into an open mouth, and shoot a green ray at you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That was the wrong choice, friend. Dang it.
You take 1 level of exhaustion as you can feel this green energy start sucking the life out of you. You can see blue mana being pulled from your body and flowing down this green beam and refueling him.
It's not the worst thing imaginable.
And that will end his turn.
Oh, and he probably recharged that beam. Excellent.
Alright, it is Yuno's turn. You do know how... She does know how he feels about force damage. She does not like it at all. Oh shit! How does Yuno want to end this?
Just like that gift I sent. I meant to put it in general. I don't know why I'm back on dice.
Is that just Santa standing in a car park?
Apparently it doesn't post the entire GIF if you copy it. Weird. No, just click on the link. Anyway, so Yuno starts firing magical dart after magical dart, one right after the other, just pow, 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 pow. Every impact point becomes another screaming mouth until she obliterates this creature, and it is nothing but a pile of disembodied, screaming, toothy mouths. And it finally falls still and silent. Alright, yeah, it's got plenty of teeth and bones for you to pick up.
What are you? What? I don't fucking understand Xavier. He's a druid monk, and it's like, what? Druids aren't materialistic. It's like, I'm a market. I used to be a market shop owner. I used to own a store. I basically sell stuff for a living. Like, okay. Now he's a scientist. What the fuck are you?
Scientist.
I don't understand Xavier. Trad, stop. God damn it.
Alright, Xavier, you pick up one of the bones, and you look at it, and you see it's got a sigil on it. I would like you to make an Arcana check for me. You see that it is a rune of absorb element fire. It is not a weapon I have homebrewed yet, because I forgot about it because I'm an idiot. But mark that down in your inventory so we don't forget about it. As far as you can tell while you're poking through the bones, this appears to be the only rune. Go for it. Make a investigation check if you want to find anything else valuable. The rune is the only thing you can find at a cursory glance. How big are vials? What are they, like 8 ounces?
Yes, they are exactly 1 cup of fluid.
Xavier, roll me 3 1d4s.
Gregor going back to the town. It's gonna be like, so some new positions just opened.
I mean, I am going to pick up my my boy, my absolute lad, Metang. Probably, maybe.
Okay, Xavier, do you have at least 4 vials on your person? Alright, you were able to get 1 vial of magic bone dust, 1 vial of ectoplasm, and 2 vials of magic teeth. All right. And does that conclude our adventures in the secret room?
We still haven't found our bone devil. Is there nothing else to explore?
No, you interrupted your this exploring program to go off on a side quest.
Yeah, so we literally just went into a secret room, and now we're coming.
Like you walked 30 feet down a cave and was like, "Ooh, what's this?"
God damn it!
So let's continue down the normal path.
Hopefully, we'll have time for it.
Seeing as you are aware of dangers, if you want a short or long rest, does anybody have tiny hut?
Please, Shrad, please tell me.
I mean, Sharad has a trance.
But Liam and Tiny Hut is. God damn.
Hey, how about they're an observer.
I'm asking the party if anyone has a tiny hut, so you guys can rest safely. Otherwise, y'all are gonna have to take shifts and potentially get into fights on your own while taking your watches.
No tiny hut, eh? Well, Sharad has trance, so he can fall asleep and just watch for 4 hours.
You can also leave and come back later. You're only 30 feet deep. It wouldn't be too hard to just turn around and go home.
Yeah, that's true. Let's take a nice, big, long rest. Yeah. Just shut the door, take a nap, and go back in.
The ossuary does have a door.
Do we really want to sleep in here?
It's up to you
We'll
guys.
sleep outside.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Set up camp and go to bed and go back in. Oh, yeah.
So who's taking the watch?
Alright, so are you all long resting inside, outside, or at home?
Outside.
If anything, I just need a short rest, so I don't really need a long rest.
Let's see what I need.
Well, if you're only taking
I
a
need
short
a
rest,
short
and
rest.
Shorad has trance, so then you two can keep watch.
Xavier, you literally have 9 hit dice. You have 9. You're good. You're fine. You're Gucci.
Well, hey. Hey, look, that'll keep watch for 8 whole hours.
All right, let's take a nap.
All right. Well, if the faithful hound is keeping watch for 8 hours, then Sharad, I would like you to roll 1d100 while all of you are snoozing. What CR is the hound?
1 second, I will take a look.
If it's just like the stats of a mastiff, then it's 1/4. I mean, not 1/4.
It can't be harmed. It's invisible to all creatures, and when a creature comes within 30 feet of it, it starts barking loudly.
Okay. So about 4 hours into your guys' rest, the faithful hound starts barking loudly.
Okay, but the password is a word that nobody can pronounce.
Is it what I think it is?
Yes, it is. It just sounds like a sneeze to you guys.
All right. So about 4 hours in, before you are able to complete your long rest, if you are able to long rest in 4 hours, you can. Otherwise, you are not long rested. You can see the dog is barking at a wild griffin that is wandered in and is sniffing around your territory, biting at your guys' like pouches and whatnot.
Okay, I'm grabbing my big old sword and smacking the thing.
Shora goes, wait a minute.
No.
What?
I will tap Xavier awake.
Okay, Xavier, you are awake. What are you doing to Xavier?
Can you see about trying to get it to go away? Well, if you can get it to go away, you can have the rest of it. Speak to animals.
Make an animal handling check for me. As you're holding the food, I need you to make a sleight of hand check.
To see if you keep your hand.
You're able to let go of the ration and move your hand away as it bites into the rations. As it starts eating, it continues to sniff, clawing at your guys' shit, and it's starting it's trying to tear a hole in your bag of holding, sniffing aggressively.
Oh no.
Can they just shoot it, Sharad?
Fine. Sure,
Xavier, as you pull the bag of holding away, it starts to get aggressive. It flares its wings and starts to growl at you. It's kicking up dirt, and it looks like it's ready for a fight now.
Sounds like you guys are in a small pickle right now.
Make an animal handling check, Xavier. Learning from past experience, you take the ration, you shake it, and then you just fucking hurl it away, and it runs away chasing after the ration. It grabs it, eats it, and runs away.
See, Gregor, not all situations are solved with violence. As I lay back down.
Sometimes it gets handled with polymorph, but that's yeah.
Alright, so now that you guys have all long rested, do we want to end it here, or do you guys want to keep playing?
Well, I would have only 37 minutes of play time, so I could keep going, and you guys can keep going after I leave. But yeah, that would be it for me.
I got like 20 minutes left before I got it.
Why don't we play for another half hour and then we call it quits?
Alright.
Gotcha.
What happened to that dog? Fucking body slam?
Hey,
that's a
Duke,
toy.
you want the ball?
That is obviously a plushie. I just didn't notice right away because it's so grainy and shit.
That was just good. That's great, though.
Alright, so while you guys are sleeping, Adora, you find word that the party went on an adventure without you, and you can see them sleeping in the Barony of Norven right outside the door of an ossuary.
She doesn't know the password.
Right outside the door of what?
An ossuary. All of you have long rested by the time Adora arrives.
I go and try and open it.
It is not locked and the door opens. As you ignore your friends, all of you are awake and you can see Adora's just walking into the ossuary without you.
Oh, well, I thought that they were still inside, but if they're outside, I'll just meet up with them.
No, they're sleeping outside the door.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll just be outside with them.
Yeah, I imagine the faithful hound is gone by now.
Yep, it's been 8 hours.
Yeah. That will be the password for Mordenkainen's faithful hound.
Joseph's gonna stand up, kind of start stretching his limbs, going, so, shall we continue?
Guess so.
Alright, so as you guys open the door, you walk 30 feet. You walk past the room that you have already cleared. And Adora, as you look inside, you can see there's just a pile of rubble and a pile of teeth inside this room.
Do not mind that. Don't look at it. Don't do anything. Just continue.
Alright, so as you, unless anyone wants to stop and, feeling nostalgic, revisit that old room, I'm assuming you're continuing forward.
Yeah, why do we want to go back to a room where we lost 2 of our companions?
By the way, Adora, they lost 2 of their companions.
Both mine.
God damn it, guys.
It's just me.
So what's
I
your
rolled
plan?
really crappy for.
So as you're walking through this hallway, what's your plan? Who's in front? Who's doing what? Who's picking their nose?
Mr. Gregor's in front. Do.
That's
I'm behind
Geo
Gregor.
getting
All right. So are you searching for traps? Are you firebolting every 5 feet? What exactly are you doing in front there, Gregor?
Well, I'm not really impertinent at either of the things. So, I'm just gonna walk.
Oh no. Oh no.
So as Gregor takes the lead without taking any steps to search for traps or cast spells, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Gregor.
Joseph is gonna be like, as this is about to happen, like he wants to chime in and say
Gregor, as you get about 15 feet forward before you step on a flimsy piece of stone which crumbles beneath you, and you fall, but you manage to grab the end of it. And as you look down, you can see what appears to be spikes dripping with poison beneath you.
Oh, I forgot that about this place. I'm not a very good morning person. I climb up and just like, yeah, Joseph, if you could take the lead, actually.
Yeah, that'd probably be best. I wanted to try to remind you, but yeah, you already figured it out. Alright, I start leading the way and searching for traps.
Alright, I'd like you to make an investigation check, Joseph. Are you proficient in investigation, Xavier? If so, yes. Perfect.
23.
All right. So, Joseph, with Xavier's help, you can see there is a pressure plate in the ground. It's raised about half an inch above the other tiles on the ground, and your rogue senses are tingling something fierce.
I tell everybody to take, like, back away 15 feet. And then I'm going to, out of the sheer curiosity of it, I'm going to take a lantern. A lantern I don't even really need to use. I've just been having this thing around, and I'm going to hold it over the switch, drop it, and jump back 10 feet.
You're going to intentionally trigger the trap?
Yeah.
I need everyone to make a dex save.
Wait, I told everyone to get 15 feet back.
I know what you said. I need everyone to make a dex save.
Wait, what?
You triggered the trap!
You triggered my trap card. I'm using a lucky.
I thought it would have been in front of us. What the fuck?
And I rolled another 4.
Wait, what's it? Oh, I gotta make Geoff pro.
Gregor gonna die.
So, Jeff. No, What trap does that? I'm curious.
Fireball trap, man. Fireball trap. Fireball trap.
Oh boy. Hey, I thought it would have happened in front of us, so I figured instead of someone accidentally setting it off going around it, I figured just set it off, get it over with, and we could work around it. No.
Has everyone rolled their dex saves?
I believe so. I rolled for Jeff, I rolled for myself.
So, nobody asked, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The hallway you're in is 60 feet wide and has a 60-foot high ceiling. And as you trigger the trap, a 65-foot square within the ceiling opens up as a massive pile of bones that were suspended above you fall to the ground, pelting all of you. As these bones fall from 60 feet up, they crash into your heads. You take half damage if you pass a DC 12 dex save. Those who fail take the full 18 bludgeoning damage.
What if you rolled a nat 20?
A success is still a
just
success.
half.
With a headache, Short will say to Joseph, "Smooth move, dummy."
I mean,
You aren't
come on.
supposed to just trigger the traps if you see them.
I mean, it would have been easier than someone still groggy from the morning, waking up in the morning and stepping on it accidentally.
Oh, I would have been fine.
I wasn't referring to you, but now that you've said that, I'm concerned.
All right, everybody, calculate the damage that they take from the falling bones.
Jeff is still fine with 94 damage, and I'm still gonna kick it as well.
All right. So, do you continue forward?
Yep.
Would you like to investigate for traps there, friend?
Yeah.
I would like you to roll for investigation, with advantage if Xavier is helping.
Is Xavier gonna help me after? Okay.
All right, sure. All right, Joseph. So as you see that the path ahead of you narrows to a 5-foot wide passageway, and being intelligent, you crouch down and you see there's a tripwire right at the entrance. This tripwire appears to be under a massive amount of strain.
I'm just gonna look at everyone going, just step over, please. Don't touch it. As I step over the wire myself and keep going.
Sure,
You're the one that activated it last time.
Under the assumption it would have happened ahead of us, not on.
By the way, does anyone here have dark vision?
I do, 120 feet.
I got it.
Can I have you make a perception check, Joseph?
Jeez, lucky die. Thank God for that long rest.
Anyone else with dark vision can roll perception.
That's 18.
I got an 18 as well.
Adora is the only one who can see it as she looks up, and you can see that both inside the hallway and for about a 30-foot square immediately outside this narrowing hallway are what appear to be pipes. These pipes are have a circular plate of metal that are held together by two rods that look like they're designed to flip open and dump material. And you're able to see that this tripwire goes into the wall, and there are wires next to each of these plates. Whatever was in there was going to dump on you had you stepped on it.
I don't see it with my 18. I mean, I used the lucky dice to reroll. That's...
You got a 17, not a 19. The check was 18.
I was adding my mod to the 17. Yeah, whatever.
If you're going to roll, you have to roll properly. But moving on, you found it, you see it, you can see that there was some pretty nasty shit waiting for you, but you have no idea what it was, unless you want to climb up there and investigate.
I will just inform the party of what it could have happened, and then say, let's get.
Xavier, if you have a way to climb up 60 feet, you can certainly investigate it. Alright, using your climber's equipment, you get up there, and you can see that these pipes are corroded, and there's a strong smell of sulfur. Sulfur. Yes.
Alright. Joseph goes, good thing we didn't trigger that trap again. We'll trigger that trap then, as we keep pressing.
You can see a trickle of green liquid that appears to burn the metal around it. Whatever it was, it appears to be eating through metal. It smells like sulfur, and it's probably not good for you. Do you all proceed?
Shorad goes, how about... Okay, this might be stupid on me, but everybody go back. We're going to go back as far as we can. As far as humanly possible.
Alright, later. What do you mean by going back as far as humanly possible? What specifically are you doing?
He's going to have everybody go back as far as he can, and then he's going to send Pebble over and chew the wire.
Okay, I need you to be extremely specific about where everyone is when this happens. Also, real quick, are you sure?
With that, I'm going to say no, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
God. We were fine. We didn't trigger anything. We had information. We were walking. You're like, no, I want to trigger.
What I was going to do is I was going to have everybody go outside the damn place, and then send Pebble in to trigger it.
God damn it.
I heard that.
Or, we could just not activate it.
But that was my plan. But since we're not going to go for that, yeah, no.
Anyway, so you proceed through this narrow hallway. Who's going first?
Joseph again.
Alright, would you like to roll for investigation, my dear friend?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna... Yep.
Joseph, I need you to make a dex save for me.
10. Okay. Then why are you doing this?
Because you're going first, Joseph. And it's a narrow 5-foot hallway. Yeah, I have no idea why you're not the one investigating. I need you to make a strength save, Joseph.
Oh, I was gonna roll lucky. Okay.
If you want to roll lucky, roll lucky, roll lucky. If you have one, use it.
20.
Alright, so you have to dive back backwards, crashing into Xavier as you do so, because he was right behind you helping. And you can see a 30-foot tall, 5-foot diameter pillar come slamming right where you were standing.
Joseph just goes wide-eyed, like, that would have been unfortunate.
You now have a 30-foot obstruction in your path. What do you do?
I'm gonna look around for the mechanic to see mechanism to try to release this. See, so
You can certainly try. Roll for investigation.
19.
You're able to, as you climb... wait, can you climb?
Like, climb?
Yeah, can you climb?
I can use spider climb and I did that.
Alright, As you use spider climb to get to the top, you see that this pillar was attached to a rope, and as you follow it up, you see that there's 30-foot long rope is tied to a winch 30 feet above you. It appears to be a manual crank winch.
Okay. Can I try cranking it, or?
Make an athletics check.
Oh boy.
This 30-foot tall stone pillar does not budge, as your skinny little rogue arms do not even move the winch. By the way, do you have rope?
I do.
So you have a couple of...
I'll use some rope to get somebody up here, because, yeah, I used Gregor's rope last time, so I still have some rope.
Xavier, if you have the ability to climb... Yeah, you have climbing tools. You can go up there. All right, so there's a winch. It's a double-sided winch, so two people can crank at the same time. Who has the highest strength?
That would be Xavier. Obviously, I'm helping.
All right, roll athletics with advantage, Xavier. You cannot budget either.
Joseph at this point is like, Jeff, get up here! Jeff's gonna climb up on the rope I left, and I'm gonna be like, help him, please. Yeah, so Jeff and Xavier are gonna help each other, and Jeff has a +7 to athletics.
Nice. Have him roll with advantage. All right, Geoff is able to just power through this crank, lifting up this massive stone pillar about 15 feet off the ground. And with the ropes and climbing equipment, you're all able to climb down and go under this pillar. But as you're walking under this pillar, there's that lingering thought in the back of your mind, like, is this really going to hold as I walk under it? But miraculously, it does.
Oh, thank God.
All right, so I would like everyone to roll for perception, specifically listening.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, sure it is. Too big. Has Pebble in his ear and he's squeaking in it.
Yeah. Fuck. This is horrible. These are some shitty rolls. But I have one lucky dice that I'm trying to save for a rainy day.
All right, what is the highest roll, and who got it?
I did with 14.
With a
Xavier wants to know if Yuno can roll.
Sure.
So as I was saying, I got the best.
All right, so Adora, you can hear what appears to be growling about 60 feet ahead of you on the door on the other side.
I will very quietly alert the party to that.
All right. Sure, I'd go. I have an idea. He's gonna put. Doesn't involve exploding anything.
Sure, it doesn't. Sure.
He's gonna have Pebble go underneath the crack under the door to see what's on the other side.
Sure, I'd roll me 1d4 plus 1.
Okay.
Pebble is able to find 5 of these bastards. They appear to be surrounding corpses of a previous adventuring party. And they're just gnawing on those bones.
Shorad will have Pebble come back, and he will say very bad things.
Really quick question. Are those the D&D version of Wendigos?
No.
Okay.
But he will relay that information, and he will relay how many he will say, from the look of it, these white gangly things in there. He's going to describe what's the picture, and he's going to hold up 5 fingers.
Yes, you can.
Would it be a disadvantage since it's secondary knowledge?
No, I'll give it to him. So, with a 17, Xavier, you know that these creatures are ghasts. And one thing you know about ghasts is that they smell horrible, and their smell alone can poison you when there's just one of them around. There are 5 of these bastards. Now, you only see the one door immediately in front of you, but you do also know that previously you had found a secret door. So do you kick in the door? Do you slowly open it and try to sneak in, or do you look for a way around? You can anyone with proficiency can roll for investigation.
I'm helping him. Fuck it. Your turn, Xavier.
Xavier, you're able to uncover a button on the wall, but you don't know if it's a trap, the entrance to a secret room, or just pure shenaniganery. You have no idea what it does. Just a big old fucking button.
I'll look at it. Do I have to make my own investigation roll?
Anyone with proficiency can roll insight as to what this button might do.
Oh, insight. Cool. I'm actually an expert on that, I think.
I have insight, so I will do that.
I'll help you out.
Well, it's everyone can roll it, right, Zeno?
Anyone with proficiency can try to deduce what this does.
All right.
Dora, you believe this is a trap. Joseph, you believe this opens a secret door.
I'll say that's a trap, all right.
What do you think?
I keep forgetting. Push the talk. I'm gonna push the button and just kind of look back at the door, smiling, knowing full well it's going to be a door.
Yeah, this was a DC 21 check. I did not expect you to succeed. You push the button and it opens up a secret passageway that appears to go around this den of ghouls. Or guests, excuse me.
I'll pull out my hand and just dust off my hands and go, shall we?
Alright. I get Pebble back, and I put him back in my component pouch. Right next to the cocoon. Caterpillar cocoon.
Alright, as you guys pass through this walkway, I never do this, but just because this is where we're going to end the session, I'm going to say that Gregor is still with the party at this moment, and he's wearing his glasses of fiend sight, and he can see there is a bone devil in the other room. And this is where we will end the session.
All right. So, being as we're here and not back at our estate, would that mean we won't be able to do any rolling for until after we get back, or how are you gonna do that?
No, I'm going to end it right here at this moment. You'll all be able to roll for shit at the beginning of next session. I'm just saying that because Gregor specifically asked for this magic item, I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm going to say he is here and that it works.
Okay, yeah. But what I meant was do we still have to do the month process being as we're stopping the session here, or is it on pause?
Oh, okay, yeah. No, we're doing a sliding timescale sort of thing. Anything you do between sessions is just going to happen after you're done here.
Okay, alright.
So between sessions, I'll still give all of you the chance to make your employees do shit.
Yeah, and Tantalus is currently at the college. He dropped her off there.
Actually, where we saw her, she was making a mud man. Like a snowman, but made of mud.
That's adorable.
Alright, so I am going to officially end the session here. This was fun, guys. I can't wait for next week. It's going to be a big fight.